Okay, hi guys, happy Monday. Welcome to Team Boss Babes Team Call. We are so lucky tonight. We have a special guest, Miss Trina Gray. She is the founder of Team Rockstar Fit. She is a wonderful friend and mentor to me. If you don't know who she is a very successful woman, not only in Beachbody, but in her own health clubs in her real life. And she is a 15-star diamond in one business center, a 10-star diamond in the other, I believe a 2-star in the other, and a diamond in the other. So the lady has put in a lot of work over the last decade with Beachbody, and she is staying up past 10 p.m. to talk to us because she is all the way in Alpena, Michigan. If you've never been there, it is quite the trek to get there. So maybe one day you'll have a chance to go there. But we're so thankful to have you on tonight, Trina, and just learn from you and to breathe life into us so we can all better our business for 2020. So without further ado, take it away.
Oh my gosh, thank you for such an awesome intro. Thank you so much for being on tonight, no matter where you are dialing in from, West Coast, East Coast, down South. I know that we're all taking time away from whether it's like laundry, dishes, family, whatever it is, Netflix, I don't know. Something brought you here tonight, and I'm so glad that it did. This is one of my favorite ways to connect to coaches. So in the past 11 years as a Beachbody coach, I have done, I think, 5 national wake-up calls. I have spoken on stage at Summit, I think 8 out of 10 years. I'm not saying that the flex, this is a point. I've done lots of big things for Beachbody. I've spoken at the New Leaders Conference, all kinds of things. But my favorite way to connect with coaches is just like this. And I can exactly tell you why. Because this small gathering in my coach's living room 10 years ago changed my business and changed my life. It wasn't a big, huge event at Summit. It wasn't a big national wake-up call with thousands of coaches on. It was 14 of us sitting on the floor of my sponsor's house in Toledo, Ohio. And it was hearing the story of one coach who also lived in Michigan, where I live. And she stood up in front of this small gathering of us. We were doing a mini little Super Saturday right when they were kind of getting started in Beachbody. And it was mostly Super Saturdays then were just gatherings in people's houses or maybe at a restaurant or hotel, but not as big as they become, which is totally cool. But I'm sitting on the floor of Janelle's house. I was really debating going to the meeting. It was an April meeting, and if you've ever been in the Midwest or been in Michigan, you know that April can be like legit ice and snowstorms. So it still was. It was ridiculous, terrible weather. I didn't want to go. It was a 6-hour drive. And I'm not just saying this to be like, woe is me, but this goes into the story. I also had a sinus infection. And I remember at the time, I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I going? And in my head, I'm like, the average person would cancel. The average person would not drive 6 hours one way in not great weather. It wasn't dangerous. It was just going to be slow going. And I was on a 3-day Z-Pack. I didn't feel well. Something in me, you guys, something in me was like, just go. I wasn't running as a coach by any means. I had no great success to speak of. I'd been in the business for more than a year. I don't have time to tell you my whole story, but those of you that know me know I was the worst coach you could imagine. You would never have picked me to be successful. You wouldn't have bet on me. You would have said she's like never going to make it. You would have written me off. I was not on your list. You wouldn't have followed up with me, right? Something in me was kind of like a do or die moment, ride or die. Like I either got to get in this thing or get out because being halfway in feels terrible, right? So those of you who've ever been pregnant before, imagine if you were feeling nauseous and morning sick, but you weren't really pregnant. Like no value in that. Like at least when you're going to have the baby, there's like some purpose for feeling crappy. Well, that's how I feel about being one foot in your business. Like it just feels crappy and there's no value. You're not actually getting anything out of it when you're one foot in, just kind of feeling crappy. That's how I was, like, at least the first year of my business, just kind of feeling this constant nagging of, I should be doing it, I'm not doing it, I don't know what to do. It just like, it feels so bad to have like a weight on your shoulders. Anyone agree? Whether it's coaching or something else in life, like I just don't like having a weight on my shoulders. It feels bad. And I was like, I'm not good at this. I don't like saying I'm in network marketing. I have all kinds of hangups with this crap. Like, why am I doing this? Anyway, I go to Toledo. Long story short, my friend Mindy Wender, who is a superstar diamond coach from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in a town smaller than mine, if that's possible. Okay. She's in a town where everybody makes minimum wage. She was working at I think it was her dad's hardware store. She was a young mom and not making ends meet. And she stood up in front of all of us and was like, I heard about this Beachbody opportunity from Twitter. I was searching for ways to pay for a Disney vacation for my family, and I came across Get Fit and get paid to be fit. And I was like, yeah, I don't know anything about fitness, but I'm in. If it's going to pay for a Disney vacation, I'll do it. So here's this young woman with no background in fitness, no experience training, group fitness, owning a gym. Heck no, I don't think Mindy at the time was even working out. But she's like, listen, someone's going to pay me to work out at home and help other people get fit at home, and I can stay home with my son. All right, I'm going to give this thing a try. Well, Mindy's now one of the most successful coaches in the network because she had a deep burning why when she started. Wasn't making a lot of money, didn't have a lot of opportunity in her community, wanted to stay home with her son, was willing to just put her ego aside and fears aside to say, yeah, you know what? I need a job. This is good. I'll do this. I have a stack of bills sitting here. They're not going to pay themselves. It was me watching Mindy speak that made me just realize that get over yourself, Trina. Get over yourself, right? Like whatever you think you're worried about, whatever you think people are going to think, they're not paying this stack of bills. You choose you. I didn't pick other people's careers for them. I didn't pick what they're doing with their life. Why am I letting other people influence what I want to do with mine? I think it was my own hangups about being in online sales or network marketing, or I don't even know really when I look back on it what my hangups were. Maybe it didn't seem traditional enough. I had this college degree. Some of you, all different backgrounds on the Zoom, I don't care what kind of grades you got, but some of you, like me, like academics defined me. Like I was the all A person. So being like that kind of high academic achiever, which doesn't mean that you're going to be successful in life by any means, but that was my path. Doing that to like having an online coaching business for 15 bucks a month kind of seemed like, what? I have a college degree and I should be using it for exactly what I got it for. Okay, well, at some point in life, you got to just suck it up and say, this is kind of a cool opportunity. Let me just give it a chance. So I left that meeting and I was like, I'm in, I'm going to do this thing, right? Lots of little things happened over the course of the next year that opened my eyes to what a crappy coach I was. If you don't know the story, I didn't know how to log into my Coach Online office. I'd been in the business for 18 months. I didn't know my password. I had to call Beachbody and have them reset it. Yeah. I'm not saying this to flex, although Danny says I can. Okay, but I've been in this for 11 years. I didn't know my password. I didn't know how to log in my office. And I would guess at this point, if you looked at the top earners in Beachbody, not always the top 10, the top earners, like who's built this thing to last, I have to be in the top 10 or 15 earners in the whole company. I really do think so. For sure in the top 20, right? We don't sit around and compare notes, but I know how I do in the business. I know what bonuses I get, and I know how long I've been in it. I know that I've been in it for the long haul and I've stayed in it. And I'm telling you, I went from not logging in my Coach Online office. I was one of the last adopters of Success Club, but now I've been in it for 80 months. So I don't care when you get to the party. I don't care when you decide to show up. If you've been in this for a year, 2 years, 1 month, I don't care when you decide, but can I just ask you a favor that when you do decide to show up at the party, to show up with a bang. Show up with a bang. I mean, I really kind of petered away the first 18 months or so in the business. I don't care. because then when I came in it, I came like guns a-blazing, let's go. So what did I do? Let's just get down to this. Okay, what did I do? I have 5 quick points for you. Number 1, what did I do? It's just my own personal experience. There's no checklist I want to give you tonight. Danny gives you guys tons of direction, tons of social media prompts, tons of structure, tons of like guidance for coaching. All right. She's so good at that. And she's incredibly motivating. All I have for you tonight is my story, my heart. I'll throw it out there with some conviction and see what lands for you. So number 1, what did I do? I used my edge. I used my edge. What does that mean? That means that we're not all supposed to coach the same. All right. That means that you're supposed to figure out what you're good at and build your business with it. So specifically, what do I mean by this? Okay, I knew that my gift was this: getting people together, talking about goals, setting goals, motivating people, like sharing my own vision, running after success, achievement, purpose, drive. Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to bring people with me. I'm not afraid to talk about money. I'm not afraid to talk about income. I'm not afraid to talk about paying off debt, taking vacations. I'm not apologetic for a lifestyle I want to have. Like, I know I can bring that to people. So I've really tried to build the majority of my business around one-on-one, small group, Zooms, lessons, goal setting, sharing what I'm doing, telling you guys what goals I'm hitting, in the trenches coaching, right? That's my edge. Okay, what is not my edge? I don't know lots of things, okay? I'm not the best on social media. If I look at my friend Lauren or Danny's, if I look at their Instagram stories, I might never do an Instagram story again. I'll be like, I don't have that filter. My kids aren't that cute. Why aren't they that cute? Like, what's going on? I don't have those plates. Why the fuck don't I have those heels? I need those heels, like Danny's heels and those jeans the other day. Anyway, it's such a comparison trap, right? So instead, you just decide, oh, guess what? You don't have to do what everyone else does in this business. You just have to be 110% you. So you just decide, what's your edge? Are you really good at creating systems? Are you really good at like graphics and recognition and making people feel good, sending personal cards in the mail? Are you really good at remembering your customers and challengers and coaches' names and birth dates and spouses and kids? And like, are you super personable? I don't know. Are you really organized and you can organize a challenge for your whole team and decide out on dates? And are you really good at like delegating? I don't know. And in 100% honesty, it doesn't matter what you're good at. Just be good at something. I promise you, I have helped, I don't even know, 60 people probably in this business achieve diamond, more than that. We have 160 diamonds on our team. I would imagine that if you asked most of them, they would say that I had some influence in their business, a call, a tip, something. So maybe I've helped 160 people achieve some success in this business. Out of those 100 star diamonds, they didn't all do it the same. I didn't all teach them the same. What's your edge? Are you super funny? Are you humorous? Then get on Instagram stories and talk to people and tell jokes and get to know people. Are you super diligent? Sweet. Be super ninja on adding to your network, inviting in this business. Like, just figure out what your gift is. And if you're not sure, ask your friends and family. What am I really good at? Am I super good at organizing? Are you the one that organizes like girls' nights out, birthday parties? Cool. Organize things for a team. Organize things for a challenge. Are you super like fly by the seat of your pants, just roll with things? Awesome. Bring spontaneity to your team. Bring spontaneity to your business. Are you funny? Get on stories. Whatever it is, number one tip is use your edge. I can tell you I built my entire business around my edge, and I have done enough of the other stuff. I do enough on social media. My social media still is using my edge. I post inspiring things, motivating things, real vulnerable things about my life. Right? I can't say I do what everybody else does, and there's so many ways to do it. Right? Just use your edge in this business, and then it gives you permission to put blinders on and say like, hey, I might not look like that person. I might not be able to train like that person, do graphics like that person, but what can you do? Just don't do it a little bit, do it a ton. Do it a ton. If you haven't read The Slight Edge, man, it's a good one. It's an oldie but goodie. The slight edge really makes you feel like whatever your gift is in life, use it 110%. Okay. Number 2, how did I get here? How do I want you to get here? Listen, grow a team and build it deep. Grow a team and build it deep. This is exactly what I mean by this. If you could envision that your success is so much more fun, enjoyable, easier, more impactful when you're holding hands with a line of people. So remember when we were little, we made those little cutouts and we'd like one person, you cut around the paper and you pull it all the way out. I'm super terrible crafty. So you'll never see like crafty, creative things in my business. I'm the worst crafty person, okay? But in my mind, I envision those little people that you cut out and then you pull the string wide or you pull the thing wide. That's what you need. You don't want to do this business on your own. You don't. Like I don't want to climb a mountain on my own. I don't want to run on my own. I don't want to build this business on my own. You don't either. So grow a team and build it deep. So how do you grow a team? You focus on looking for people who enjoy fitness and want to get paid for it. It is that easy. I don't care what their credentials are. I don't care how old they are. I don't care what they went to school for. I don't care what their current job is. Hey, could you see yourself enjoying fitness and wanting to get paid to help others get fit? That's it. That's the only question. Your main offer in this business, like it or not, have you gotten around to this or not, your main offer, which I think is the best offer on this silver platter that you have as a coach, is a business. And it's a business of fitness. That's your main offer. What comes along with it, little appetizers on the side, Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, Energize, Recover, collagen, all those little things are appetizers. The main freaking course is the business. That's it. That's all I talk about. That is all I have ever talked about in 11, not 11, because I didn't do crap at the beginning. In 10 years, I've only talked about the team. Why? Because you guys, the team includes the appetizers. The team includes, yes, use the workouts. Yes, use Shakeology. Heck yeah. What would you do for 3 meals a day if you didn't have Shakeology? I can't cook that much, right? Like, yes, use collagen. Yes, use the bars. Yes, use recharge. Like, I hate being sore. Use the stuff. Do the workouts. I love Lift 4. I love Quarter Force. I'm fired up for 10 rounds. I need yoga retreat. I love all those things, you guys, but that's not the main offer. I never want the main offer to be Beachbody. I never want the main offer to be a product because I didn't create that product. I am not that trainer. I did not fly across the world to find ashwagandha, whatever. Those things aren't me. The main, Erin just walked in now. She's laughing. Don't be distracting. The main offer is the business, is the team. And maybe you're more comfortable saying the team. The main offer is the team. So if you know that that's the main course, just talk about the main course. If you're inviting people over for a holiday, you might mention the main course. Hey, we're having freaking turkey. You're not going to mention, I'm making a side of Brussels sprouts. Who cares? The main thing is the main course. Your main course is the team, is the business. And as a member of my team, you're going to have access to savings on these awesome workouts and nutritional products. As a member of the team, you're going to get in great shape yourself. As a member of the team, you're going to inspire other people and get paid for it. Just lead with that. You can wrap this together and talk about the fitness programs and talk about the results and talk about weight loss and talk about getting fit as a member of your team. It's just the fastest way from A to B. So A, you're starting as a brand new coach. B, you want to start earning money and being successful. You can do this squiggly line all over the map and do 10,000 challenge groups invites in 21 day and 80 day and 100 day. You can do all this stuff and you're going to go to China and back. Or you go, A, I'm a coach. B, I want to be successful. I'm going to invite a bunch of people to this main platter, which is the team. Oh, and bonus, as the teammate, you're going to get in great shape. Just focus on that, okay? When I say build deep, what I mean by that is if you bring on a coach, you didn't just bring on one coach. Hear me out. You didn't just bring on one coach. If you brought on a coach, I hope you brought on 5. You're bringing on that person who she brings on, who she brings on, who she brings on. When I brought on my new coach, Emily, I didn't just bring on Emily. I've now brought on Emily and her coach Shelby and Emily's mom and Emily's neighbor. I've brought on Emily and Emily's sphere of influence, and I've got to know who they are too. I would rather get to know Emily and her sphere of influence. I would rather get to know my coach Caitlin and her coach Jasmine and her sphere of influence than have to know, bring everybody on myself. It's so much better. Bring people on and help them and get to know them. Okay, cool. That's number two. Number one, use your edge. Number two, grow a team. I give you lots of analogies there. Build it deep. Number three, invest in others. It starts at the very beginning because it's a habit that you decide on now and you scale it as you go. Investing in others as a brand new coach means time. Getting to know your coaches, getting to know their coaches, getting to know your customers, getting to know people's goals, sending them a card when they hit their goal, sending them a Starbucks gift card when they hit their goal, sending them a Lululemon thing when they get to Success Club. Like, invest in people. I don't just mean financially, but I mean with your time, with your heart, with your energy, and yes, some little perks along the way. Now, how has that helped me over the past 10 years? I started investing in people at the beginning, getting to know them, their goals, why they wanted this, recognizing them, recognizing their achievement, caring about their goals. And then I started investing in a team, hosting my own little tiny events in Alpena, taking women out for a glass of wine, buying them a book for a book club. My first ever event that I invested in set the standard for this whole entire team. My first ever event was 10 years ago when I decided to do something with this business. I got back from Toledo. I got my act together. I figured out how to log in to my office, right? I decided to host this. I didn't know what to do, but I was like, what would I do? What would I do if I didn't care what the rest of the world was doing? Okay, I would host a book club, and it would be with wine at night. And to get there, you have to be an emerald. So I hosted my first ever emerald event in my community. And I said, hey ladies, I rented out this like side room at our art gallery called the Art in the Loft. And I bought some wine and bought some appetizers and said, if you're an emerald level coach, meet me on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I'm going to gift you a book and some wine and some appetizers. And we're going to be these freaking badass women in business. And it worked. And I had people calling me that day. The CFO of the bank called me that day. She was a discount coach. We used to call them. I hope you don't say that anymore. Just call them like a VIP or whatever. She called me that day and was like, hey, I want to be at this book club wine event tonight. What do I need to do? I'm like, oh, you're a coach already. You just need to invite 2 of your friends, family members, your sister, anybody else who wants to get fit with a savings, just have them join your team today. So if I had them join today, I could still come tonight. Yeah, for sure. And she was there. So my first ever way of paying it forward, investing in a team, was this little book club with wine. That set the tone for leadership retreats in Arizona, Alpena, Philly. That set the tone for big events at Indianapolis and New Orleans. That set the tone for huge tens of thousands of dollars events investing back in Team Rockstar Fit. But it started with $100 event 10 years ago. All right. It's never too early to start investing in the team and giving back and recognizing people and investing in the people who are going to grow with you. Okay. That's number 3. Number 4, this is a big one. This is going to hit some of you, maybe not resonate with others of you, but I would love to know later who this speaks to. And I will totally take those questions at the end. I can't wait to see what they are. Number 4, move through the struggle faster. These are just my 5 tips that I'm sharing with just you here tonight. Move through the struggle faster. That is one of my gifts in this company, and one of my gifts I think in life is that it doesn't really matter to me what's happening in the outside world. It doesn't really matter to me when it matters when things go wrong in my own life, but I don't stay there. I just don't stay there. Not every day is going to be great. Not every coaching call is going to be awesome. Not every customer is going to say yes. Not every coach is going to kill it. Not every week's going to be huge. Not every day you're going to feel awesome. Not every day is loving and happy. And, not every day do my kids hug me and say I'm the best mom on the planet, right? That's a joke. Okay, so not every day is awesome. I don't care. I don't dwell there. While everybody else is wallowing or worrying, I'm building. And that doesn't mean I don't have empathy. That doesn't mean I don't get sad. I totally get sad. I say to my friends often, I say to people who know me often, I get sad about things in life, about family, friends, relationships. I feel the sad and then I freaking move forward. And I know that while other people are dwelling in what went wrong, in a bad conversation, in a friendship gone off the grid, in a relationship that's not what you need, and whatever, while other things are happening in life that other people wallow in or sit in, I just move through the struggle. Does that make sense? What I have seen throw coaches off track more than anything is what? Life. What throws coaches off track isn't their understanding their downline or not knowing their numbers. I wish people knew that stuff more for sure, but that's not what throws people off. What throws people off is life. Something happens with a kid, a parent, a sibling, a spouse, an ex. Something happens with a relationship, a friendship. Do not let life throw you off of your business. Take life as it comes, deal with it, feel the emotions, be sad, and then move forward. I just don't have a lot of downtime in this business. Like I have downtime. Like there's nights I don't work, I watch movies, we go for walks, we vacation. Like I've got downtime. I just don't have like empty time. I don't have a week that went by that I didn't produce something because I don't have a week in my business that I threw it away from my life. Does that make sense? Those of you that know me know I went through lots of changes in my life in the past year. So have many of you. Maybe you've moved, maybe you've had a baby, maybe you've lost a parent, maybe you've had a new job. It doesn't matter. There's all kinds of changes in life. Mine is not better or worse or different than yours. Just change. But what didn't change was showing up for this business, right? Because life is going to happen. I just choose to move through it. If you need some help with this, truly listen to the Life Coach School podcast. Truly listen to Brooke Castillo. She's been super helpful to me. She has a 4-part series this week on dealing with it's about the coronavirus, which I was promising not to talk about tonight. So in the context of this podcast, it was about dealing with anxiety or dealing with angst. I don't remember what it's actually called. I listened to 3 of them today. But anyway, the Life Coach School podcast. There's 318 episodes. It comes out every Thursday. You can type in a search word. The search word might be self-love or anxiety or difficult relationships or emotional struggle. You can type in a search word and there's a podcast on it. She's very direct, practical, to the point. She's extremely helpful in understanding that life is good and life is bad. Just learn to expect part of each and keep moving forward. So move through the struggle. Most of my coaches who have fallen off track over the years, who've gone from 5-star to diamond or 5-star to emerald, doesn't happen very often. But when it does, when I have someone who is rocking, I just was thinking of a coach today who was on her way to 1-star, doing so great, helping so many people, feeling so good. And she just went completely MIA last summer. Always, always about life. This was just a kid had gone off to college and she was just feeling the empty nest syndrome and struggling with trying to, re-identify with a spouse at home that maybe she'd lost a connection with while raising kids. It happens. Move through life. Don't abandon your business. It's going to come with you everywhere in life, from diapers to preschool to high school to college to empty nesting. This business is going to stay with you. Okay. Number 5, last one. This is what's worked for me in the business. I decided after that trip to Toledo, after I got back from a trip to Summit, lots of little things happened. I decided to be in this for the long game. I decided that I knew that my paycheck wasn't going to go up from here to here just because my passion went up from here to here. My conviction went from here to here, but my paycheck did not. Hear me out. When I got rolling in my business, I was making less than minimum wage as a coach. If I added up my hours and what I was making less than minimum wage. This is where coaches get stuck. They're grinding, they're inviting, they're running groups, they're inviting to the team, they're helping people, and yet they're making a $14 team bonus, a $28 team bonus, right? Maybe they're getting to a $96 team bonus. And you're like, wait a second, I could go friggin' babysit for my neighbors and make more than that, right? You got to be in it for the long game. You got to be in it and decide that this is not a business where your passion and your conviction, everything goes up and your paycheck quadruples. It doesn't, but what does happen You stay in it with conviction. You keep inviting, you keep going deep in your downline, you keep building a team. It doesn't go up 4 times, it goes up 400 times. Your paycheck can go from $100 to $1,000 over the course of the year, but it's not going to go up from 50 to 100 to 200 to 300. You're not going to see the reward every single week. And that's where coaches get stuck. You're not going to see the reward necessarily every single week unless you're like killing challenge pack sales and basing this a lot on commission, which is great to get some quick money in the door, but it's not sustainable. But my checks went from like 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And I'm like, I'm busting ass. I'm still making $100. And all of a sudden it went to like 400. And all of a sudden it went to 1,000 and then 2,000 and then 5,000 and beyond. Right? My conviction was there every day, but it took time. It took time to compound. So if I decided to be in it for the long game, I was willing to wait that out. I was willing to say, if I build a team, if I invest in other people, if I continue to invite, I totally believe that I'll earn 6 figures and 7 figures and more, whatever you want. I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what your goal is. Maybe you want to earn 100 a week. Maybe you want to earn 1,000 a month, 1,000 a week. I don't know. Why not? Why not? Someone's going to earn money in this business, and Beachbody doesn't limit the number of people that can earn money. There's not a limit. There's no cap on how many people can earn a team cycle bonus. None. Like, you don't have to compete with anybody else. It's an unlimited, wide open comp plan. There's no business plan in the country that's like this. You want to go work at a law firm, there's probably 4 partners there. You gotta be one of those 4 partners. Other you're gonna be an associate for a decade. Beachbody doesn't have 4 diamond coaches. It's unlimited. If you knew that this success was unlimited and you just have to choose a spot and say, why not me? Then just why not you? All right, so if you're looking for more tactical coaching advice, I'll finish with this and I'll open up to questions. I told Danny I'd keep this to 30 minutes and then I'll take questions. Here's the deal. If you got it down to the most basics of coaching, like what's my best advice for you? The most basics in coaching. This is it. Write this puppy down. This is the bare bones. For brand new coaches, whether that's you on the line or people you're bringing on, for bare bones coaches, the only 2 things that those people have to do, the only things they have to do is show coach life and invite to the team or to a boot camp or a fitness group. Show coach life encompasses showing your workouts, showing you making the meals, showing drinking Shakeology, showing the book you're reading, showing the team calls, showing the friendship, showing your results, showing some income by way of took my daughter shopping today, bought her these cute Vans, thank you Beachbody, right? Like helped 3 people get started in their fitness, was able to take my friends out to lunch. There's tactful ways to talk about your income by the things you're able to do by helping people. Showing coach life is the one main thing. It's the one thing for all new coaches. That means that they're using the programs, they're using the products, they're getting results, they're meeting other coaches, they're on social media, they're talking about it. That's the only thing. If you could help your coaches with just the only thing, help them show coach life. And it encompasses all those other things. They got to be trying out some recipes. They got to be trying out the workouts. They got to be getting results. They got to be meeting other coaches, earning some income. Show coach life is the number 1 thing. And the number 2 thing is when they're showing coach life, they're going to have people to invite because someone's going to watch their story. And you're going to be able to say, hey, thanks for checking out those cauliflower nachos. They were a hit at my party. Do you need some healthy recipes? Hey, thanks for checking out my workout. I can't say I was super graceful, but dang, I was sore. Do you need some at-home workouts? Hey, thanks for checking out my virtual meetup with my team. Do you need some fit friends around the country? Just thank people for noticing you and then invite them to come with you. That's the $1,000 answer. Thank people for noticing you and invite them to come with you. So for new coaches, that is it. This is it. Show coach life and invite people to come with you. For more advanced veteran coaches, Showing coach life is now just a given. Like you're going to drink water, you're going to show coach life. I no longer need to remind you to do PD, do the workouts, drink the shakes, because I don't need to remind you to get up in the morning either. That's just normal course of action. So now your two things are just invite to the business, invite people to come with you, invite people to be on the team with you. That's number one for you. And number two is mentor. Help other people be successful. Pass along posts that work for you. Pass along stories that work for you. Pass along conversations that work for you. Pass along social media tips, podcasts, books. You just have to be the conduit of passing along good information. That's a mentor. So is this super clear at the end? If you liked my 5 tips, it really gets down to, if you want to be in this business, use your edge, grow a team, invest in others, move through struggle faster, be in it for the long game. Now, if you believe me that you can do those things and you're like, okay, what do I actually do? I just told you, show coach life, invite to the team, and mentor by just passing along things that work for you. And that is my presentation. Cheers. Oh yeah, questions. I'm gonna take the AirPods out because Erin wants to hear your questions. So make them good ones.
If you guys have questions, either put them in the chat or you can unmute, but please ask questions because she just literally dropped so many bombs on us. I hope you heard that she said your main job is to show coach life and invite people to join you. You can show coach life all day on social media, but if you don't ask anyone to come, your train is going to be empty. You have to invite people to come with you because there are probably women on the other side of their screens dying for you to ask them to join, and they'll never reach out to you. You have to be brave and reach out to them and say, hey, you should do this with me.
Love it, Danny. I'll answer some of these questions in the chat. I love that you heard that. I love your recap. Alex, we actually talked about the book that night. I bought some of the books from Amazon. I had a whole bunch of them, maybe 10, I feel like 10. And I brought the book with us that night, passed it out, and just talked about why I picked that book. I know you're going to ask me which book it was. I do 100% believe it was The Compound Effect because it was like the first really kind of business book I knew of. And it basically means a little bit of effort over time changes your life. So for people looking to lose weight, a little bit of effort over time change your life. For people who want to build a business, inviting every day over time will change your life. Showing coach life every day over time will 100% change your life. So I believe it was The Compound Effect. And we did actually talk about the book that night. I passed it around. I think we like read the intro together. And they were just super proud and grateful to be included in something, like create events, virtual, live, like people want to belong, right? Life Coach School podcast. Graceful was your intention card today. When people say they don't have time to be coaches, do you have a typical thing you say? Well, Hannah, lots of things here, but I'll try not to be sassy with this one. So I guess it comes from two different places. The person who's like a doer, like they wear their hats, like they're busy, active, engaged moms, maybe working, like they're doers. I like doers. So I would say to that person, oh, busy people get it done. I like busy people. They can manage their time. They make shit happen. Busy people figure out how to get it done. Like I like busy people. I'll show you how to work this business in the same amount of time you work your fitness. You can give 40 minutes to your fitness. You give 40 minutes to this business. Okay, if it's the person who's like always up on the latest show and like binges Netflix and is like rewatching Friends for the 5th time, that person who says they're busy, I'm going to let them have it. Yeah, you are. This probably isn't for you. Right? So decide what kind of busy the person is. What are you busy with? Jobs, kids, your workouts, like activities in town, volunteering, whatever. I like that. That kind of busy I can work with because I can help that person find a 40-minute pocket in their day or a couple hours on a weekend, right? So if someone's busy, so always whatever their objection is, if you truly want to work this person, validate it. Girl, I get that. Busy is good. Busy people get it done. Busy people aren't lounging around all day, right? So a busy person, I can give you a few simple things. Really, now you know tonight what you could say to them. Really, I'm going to teach you how to show coach life and how to invite people to come with you. Those are the two things you're going to need to do every day. It could take you 20 minutes. Okay. Validate what they say and then show them how that works. You're busy? Awesome. This business is for busy people because there's no cubicle to go sit in for 8 hours. That would be death. Okay. So you don't have to go punch in anywhere. Just, okay. Do you suggest inviting to coaching the team? And if they aren't interested, then bring up accountability groups? Maya, when I give this kind of super blanket advice, I always trust that you're going to know the person. That's a really great question, Maya. So the point is that if you have talked to the person and you have any inkling that they could use a savings, that they might really enjoy meeting your teammates, that they might ever want to travel and go to a Success Club trip that doesn't get canceled or summit, like if they ever want to like do more than just have you coach them, invite them to the team. It's so much better. If you really think that the person is totally starting from scratch, they have never done a workout, they literally just had a baby and they have 50 pounds to lose and they feel like crap, for sure you can say to them, I'd love to see you on this team at some point. And if you want to start as my customer, I'd love to serve you there. Like, you still get to decide. I would just say that when in doubt, the team has a better offer. All right, the team has Zooms, the team has support, the team has book clubs, the team has virtual outings, the team has summit, the team has Super Saturday, the team has tank tops. If you got a tank top and you belong to a team, like, you're cool, right? So just still always get back to that person and what's most beneficial to them. But one of my coaches just messaged me over the weekend, Jill, and said, one of my soccer teammates from college is interested in getting started, but really wants to start as a customer. What should I tell her? And I said, I don't know, Jill, would you like her to be a coach with you? She's like, oh, totally. I'd have so much more fun running this business with her. I can see us helping our other college teammates who've gotten out of shape get back in shape. I go, okay, cool. So why are you asking me? You just need to go say that to her. I didn't say it that sassy. But the point is, whatever you really think about that person, you should really just tell them. So Jill's best offer to this platter of coaching was saying, hey, girl, we should be teammates. You should do this with me. We should help our former teammates get back in shape. You can't do that as a customer. You just have to do it on my team. It's $16 a month. You'll be fine. And that's what she said, and she signed up. Right? So still be human, still know what the person needs, and then tell them why you think they should coach with you. Coach with you, be on a team with you, do this business with you. It's a great invite. You always seem to have an amazing way to communicate with people. Okay, Alex, that's super sweet of you to say. I do really like communication. I could give you a couple simple tips on communication. Be honest. Be honest and be direct. Like, if you are overthinking what to say to this person that you're inviting, you're overthinking. If you truly just stripped away all the crap and was like, I've got this person I'm talking to, I looked at her Instagram account, I think she looks super fun and fit, what should I say to invite her to coaching? Hey girl, I checked out your Instagram account. We must have a common hashtag. I'm not sure how I found you. You look super fun and fit. I love that you were out running with your son. You'd be a great fit on this fitness team I'm on. Have you ever heard of Beachbody? Can I tell you about it? What, just an invite should just be, why do you think that you'd like to work with this person? What did you notice about them? Just go notice people and then invite them. The invite that changed my whole entire life came with this business, right? My friend Janelle called me up one day. I've told this story 100 times. I'll tell it more. Standing in my kitchen, I was washing dishes, standing at my sink on my phone. She calls and says, hey, I thought of you today. Notice people, you guys. Notice people. I thought of you today. I know you love to work out. You actually teach this class called Turbo Kick. Well, the company that creates it, called Beachbody, has decided to open its doors to people like us. to help more people get fit. We could do it from home and earn extra income. You should do this with me. Cool. What do I need to do? She's like, I'm going to email you an application, fill it out and send it back. And I did. The whole entire conversation about coaching was maybe 3 minutes. The rest of the time was talking about life. That was it. Simple invitation, genuine invitation. I thought of you today. This is why. I noticed you today. This is why. Okay. Cut off all the strings that are attached. Cut off all the worry. Cut off all the overthinking and just show up and be honest and direct. Okay. Any other questions? Alex had one. Maya had one. Hannah had one. Let's see. Dana, is that Dana that has a question for me? How are you marketing the business right now when money is going to be an issue with a ton of people since a lot of people are out of work? Well, let me talk to you about I love your question. Instead of marketing the business right now, how about you think about how could you invite to the team right now? What do people need right now? Well, they might be home in seclusion, not at work with kids driving them nuts. Okay, so maybe instead of marketing the business, I might be inviting to the team and thinking, hey, are you at home out of work, looking for a way to stay fit at home and earn extra income from home? Are you looking for a way to keep your kids active while they're out of school? Are you looking for a way to meet with some like healthy, positive women and make some new friends while in this uncertain time? When in doubt, invite to the team. When in doubt, market the team. When in doubt, market fitness and friendship. Right? So people are out of work. They don't have a lot of money. Sweet. We have a simple, easy way for people to start making money tomorrow. Right? So did that help? Like, you don't have to market the business, invite to the team. People are lonely. They want to feel connected. They feel a little distraught right now. They're not quite sure if they're ever going to buy toilet paper again. Like, help them out, right? Invite to the team. I love the pictures, especially when I have to notice. Okay, anything else? Needed this tonight. Thank you. You're so welcome. Danny, anything else from you?
You're just amazing. I remember Beaver Creek, so that would have been my second diamond retreat, I think. And we did I think you taught Core de Force up at the front, and you said something while you were teaching about if Janelle hadn't noticed me, however many years ago, she's like, none of you would be in this room. And I just always think that, even though the person who signed me up is no longer a coach, but no one else had noticed me, right? No one else invited me to be a coach, even though I worked with a girl who was a Beachbody coach. And this girl noticed me, and obviously it didn't work out, but it worked out very well, right? So I always just think, like, whatever fear you have, it feels good to be noticed. It always feels good for at least you to notice somebody, whether they say yes or no. Like, I promise you're planting a seed. And so if you can just take the ego out of it, like, people are dying to be noticed. So if we can take that fear out of it, you know what I mean? It's like the spider, like, they're just as scared as you are of them. And it's that same thing with inviting people. Like, just notice somebody. Like, that in itself feels good. That is you giving people love deposits, right? Just saying, I notice you. I think you would make a great fit, like, and tell them all the reasons why you think they're awesome. Like, that in itself will make someone's day.
That's great advice. And that is such a simple thing for us to do. Notice somebody, pay them a compliment, tell them they belong, tell them they'd fit in. In all the years I've been going to Summit and heard so many presentations on inviting, so many, I really always want to say, like, okay, hey, who wants to have a 1-minute presentation on inviting? And then let's go hit the pool, bar, like, whatever, run. I don't know, whatever you guys want to do in your off time, the core. If you just needed 1 minute on inviting and not all this complication, go notice somebody, pay them a compliment, and tell them you think they'd belong. You're like singing women's tune right there, right? There's this woman I love to be on the team. Her name was Kate. And I've just been staying in communication with her. And initially it was just like, I noticed you. I love your Instagram account. She got super cool tattoos. I love her hair. She works out of a gym. She's a single mom, 2 kids. She's got awesome grit. Her posts are always super motivational and raw. Like, I noticed her. we'd be friends. I'd like her. Right. So I just told her that. Like, hey, I think we're meant to be friends. I think we're meant to work together. Right. Like sometime I think you should be on this team. Or just go notice people, pay them a compliment and tell them they belong. That's inviting in 1 minute. Okay, Danny. It's been fun.
Let's do a boomerang.
Oh, okay.
Oops, that's me. Okay. Give me your best on 1,
Oh, gosh.
1, 2, go.
Sure.
So cute. Let me save that.
Will you tag me if I have to do my own?
Yes. And then I'm gonna take a picture too.
I just want you guys to notice I was drinking my wine out of the Shakeology glass. I'm
I got
representing.
mine.
You haven't done it?
They every year I have to fight with them on whether or not I've been on Shakeology long enough. I'm like, I've never skipped.
Never.
Me
Check my story.
taking gift. Oh man.
Chloe and I both drink it. Send it to me. Okay. Smile.
Okay, ready? Oh, I don't want to do it in there.
Hold on.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, ready? 1, 2. Got it. Trina, thank you so much for staying up and presenting to us. This was absolutely amazing. If you guys can pay her the biggest compliment and take the notes that you wrote and put them into action. That is the best way to thank her for taking her time out, because ideas die on paper. Let's go get it. We love you. I hope you guys have an amazing night. Thank you so much again, Trina. I'm going to stop recording.
You're welcome.